Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. Hello and welcome to episode number 62 of Business Behind the Scene. Now today we're talking about something that I did a live with probably a couple of months ago. And it went crazy. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, that I say that all the time. So the title of today's podcast is What's Wrong with Me? I don't know you, but if we are honest to ourselves, a lot of us have that thought. When something happens, when business doesn't go the way we expected, when a date doesn't go the way we expected, when we get rejected, when things don't go the way we want them to go, we have that thought creeping in our mind going, what's wrong with me? And that thought, it's so real. It doesn't sound like a thought. It sounds like truth. It sounds like something's wrong with me for sure. And I have honestly never met someone that never, ever had that thought, at least once in their life. And as business owners, we do tend to have that a little bit more. So ask yourself, do you have that question in your mind? Does it happen a lot or just every now and again? And it's going like loops, like over and over and over again? Ask yourself. Now, I feel that sometimes that question is so loud and so strong that I can't even find it. I can't even recognize that that's happening, but he hides behind other type of questions. So really get ownership and understanding what happens into your brain. It will be such a huge step to move forward in your life. So ask your brain why you keep repeating that phrase over and over and over again, and what are you going to do to stop that? So what's wrong with me? It's such a strong statement that we say out loud because we have so much expectation. We have expectation on how things supposed to be and how things supposed to end. And those expectations, when they are not met, they bring us so much pain. And that is because we think that we're not good enough. We think that something is wrong with us because we should have made that work. And it just doesn't, it's not helpful to think that thought because it brings us into a loop of depression and of some sort. I know some of you are thinking, Francesca, I'm not depressed. I get it. But those thoughts, if you let them indulge, if you indulge in them and you let them take over, it will lead to depression. So it's about understanding that those thoughts are not useful and really how to stop to have those type of thoughts. So it's about self-awareness and catching yourself and going, oh my goodness, I do think that thought, and that is not fair because I would never hang out with a friend that tell me, Francesca, you're not good enough. I'd be like, dude, you're out. Not hanging out with you, not catching up with you. What the hell? But I do catch up with my brain all the time, and I let my brain talk to me that way and talk down to me. So it's like, why would I allow my brain to do that, but I don't allow other people to talk to me like that? So it's about what are you accepting from your brain. So our brain is trying to keep us safe and also keep us small so they don't take any big steps, right? So if we make a mistake, our brain beat us over that mistake, then hopefully we're not going to do it again. Hopefully we're not going to take the risk again. So the brain is really made in a way that want us to stay safe and stay contained. And so if they beat us up a lot about one little mistake, then hopefully we're not going to fall into the trap again to taking risk. So I have learned how to listen to those thoughts and go, oh, okay, that's what my brain is thinking. All right, thank you, brain. And I just go around it and try to understand why did I make that mistake or why did that happen, and try to really find the truth, because what is wrong with you? It's a lie, right? With that question, that statement, it's a lie. It's not true. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. We all know that. But the brain wants to make us feel not belonging, wants to make us feel that we are not there because it's trying to avoid pain in the future. So it's just like going, let's just be us. A lot of my clients tell me that they don't want to grow their business because they're afraid of the work that's going to evolve with the growth of the business. So they rather say to themselves, "Oh, I'm not as good as you, Francesca. I don't have as big of business like yours. I don't get how you do it. I'm not as smart. I'm not as good. I'm not at this." And it's like that loop of negative thoughts and negative words and question that don't serve us. So when we are accepting that there is something wrong with us, and understand that we all have something wrong with us, in the meaning that nobody's perfect, and be okay and embracing the fact that, yeah, okay, and not being afraid of that phrase going to our brain over and over and over again, going, okay, brain, there is something wrong with us, so what? And really have a conversation with yourself. I know that some of you, if you haven't listened to my podcast before, you'll be thinking, are you going crazy? What's happening? What is happening? We're like, you talking to your brain? What? But when we go deep enough, when we actually understand that, yes, there's something wrong with me and it's okay because I'm not perfect and I'm not aiming to perfection, that's when we actually take a breath and drop into, oh, okay, I don't need to be perfect. I mean, business can be painful, right? We need to learn from our mistakes, but if we're beating ourselves up from every legal mistake and thinking there's something wrong with us, it's going to be a really tough journey, right? So really allowing the truth to come out instead of staying in the edge of, oh my gosh, I'm afraid to take a step ahead because my brain will beat me up, then it's not going to be interesting. So what is that you want to achieve and what is stopping you? Do you think that the thought or the question, what is wrong with me, is holding you back from actually achieving what you know you can achieve in your business? Because listen, it's okay to make mistake. Everybody makes mistake, but thinking the thought, what's wrong with me, and really talking down to ourselves, it's not going to bring the result that you want to achieve. So let's say that I want to have 5 clients and I talk to 10 clients and the first one says no, right? The first one says no, and I finish the call and I think, what's wrong with me? Why nobody wants me? Why nobody wants to buy with me? I don't get it. How the other people are doing it so easily. Like if I have those thoughts and then I go on my second call with this brain full of these negative thoughts, I can guarantee you that you're not gonna be able to sign up the second client either, and so on. So we need to catch it. We need to catch our thoughts and our brain. And I started to believe at one point I was like, okay, wait, I don't know that in business, if I change my thoughts, I will actually change my results. Come on. Like it can't be that easy, right? So no matter what I think, the actions, like the results are not going to change. I used to think that. And even me, right, after years and years and years of mindset work, I was like, maybe this doesn't apply to business. Maybe it's a different thing. In business, you don't succeed from changing your thoughts. But you know what? I've tested it on myself and I've tested it on what I have been doing. And every time I let my brain take over into a spin and a loop of negative thoughts, I have really poor results. And every time I work on my brain, but not just like positive thinking and just go, I'm awesome, 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 but don't believe it. Really do the work to let go of these negative thoughts and really believe that, hey, out of 10 clients, one said no, that's okay, let's go. And the next one will say yes. Like I don't let that make it mean anything about me when someone reject me, when someone said no, because they don't rejecting me, they're rejecting themselves from signing up to what I have. They're saying no to their success. They're not saying no to me. And so when you realize that you are not your business, when you remove yourself from that, or you're not your experiences in that matter. So if you are going out on a date and you go home and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? That is something that you gotta be aware of it, because there's nothing wrong with you if a date doesn't go well. There's nothing wrong with you if a client says no. There's nothing wrong with you if you don't achieve the goal that you wanted to achieve this month or last year or whatever that is. It's just, okay, what did I do or not do? What did I think about it? Did I truly believe that that was going to happen, or did I just like go halfway? And the reason why I share this is because I get a lot of my clients coming to me with those sort of thoughts, thinking they've got nothing to do with the business. That's got nothing to do with my business. I need business coaching. It's like, if you don't get mindset coaching in business, you are not going to be able to move forward in your business. So you need to start to be aware of all the thoughts and the questions that you automatically ask yourself subconsciously in your brain that are stopping you from achieving the dreams and the goals and everything that you want to achieve in your business. It just go hand in hand together. So whatever you are charging, whatever you are putting out there to the world, it's a consequence of your thoughts. Nothing that is out there, well, everything that is out there, everything that you put out there started from a thought. Everything that you have created started from a thought. So if we think about it, is, oh, so if I keep thinking about what's wrong with me, what's wrong with me, what's wrong with me, and for you might be not that phrase, could be another phrase, but you got to find it, because there is a phrase out there in your brain somewhere hidden that is stopping you from achieving all the things that you want to achieve. So I am aware of this because I know that also my brain has this. I'm not here preaching and trying to say my brain is perfect. No, but I've done the work. So whenever my mouth says phrases like what's wrong with me and it just comes out, I then go, oh, wait, wow, there's a deeper belief about this subject, and that is why I haven't achieved my goal yet. Right? There is a deeper belief. And so then I hire a coach, because I don't try to do it all by myself. I hire a coach and I go, hey, I just was speaking about that situation, and just all of a sudden I found myself saying, what's wrong with me? So let's go. Let's find it. What is it? What is my belief? Where does it come from? And how do we solve it? Let's go. And I truly do that every single time I find something that is not serving me. So thoughts like what's wrong with me, or I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve this, or anything like that, those thoughts are not going to help me to achieve what I want to achieve in life, in business, in anything at all. Now, I am recording this from my home on a Monday. I spend time in my house so I can be a lot more productive than going to the office. And Ollie boy decided to just lie next to me, and he's literally rolling over. And you know when you watch your dog and go, I wondered how it would be to be a dog. I wondered if he's got the thought, what's wrong with me? I don't think Ollie boy would ever think in his brain, what's wrong with me? He would just be. So we got so much to learn from our dogs, don't we? Because I'm looking at him right now, and he's not ever gonna think like, I'm not good enough. He just wants a cuddle, he just come over, and he knows I'm talking about him, and just comes over and he goes, cuddle, let's go, right? He knows what he wants, and he goes and gets it every single time. And if he doesn't get it, he doesn't beat himself up. He just roll over and go back to sleep. What if we could learn from our dogs? What if we could run the business from a mindset of a dog? I mean, I'm not saying that we should we should be a dog CEO, but listen, we can learn a lot from the way dogs behave, because they don't let the brain take over into places like, what's wrong with me, what did I do wrong, why people don't like me, why people don't buy from me, what is happening, how come people can be successful and I can't, and all those thoughts. So my suggestion from this podcast will be for you to really write down all the things that come up into your brain about when you don't achieve something. So write them all down and be aware of those subconscious thoughts, and be aware of the subconscious phrases, and really start to break them down and start to be aware. And then hire a coach, hire someone that can truly help you to identify where they can come from and how we can overcome it, because we all have them, but the sooner you find them, the better it will be for your business to achieve the dreams and the goals that you have. And if you have clients that come to you asking you questions like, what's wrong with me? Then it's your duty to help them to go through and understand that that is nothing about them. Number one rule is to be aware that you will not hang out with a friend or a person that is negative and tell you those things that your brain tells you. So don't take it from your brain either. Just have that conversation with yourself and understand what is your standard, and don't lower your standard even for your brain. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next week. Hey, if you enjoyed listening to this podcast, then you have to come check out my Facebook group, Entrepreneurs Abundance Mindset. It's a community of over 9,000 business owners that are also ready to boom their businesses. Don't forget to also hit the subscribe button on this podcast and leave a review so that you can win a ticket to my Invisible to Invincible workshop. I'll see you next week.